Hola, it's Guy Pacha with the weekly Pele report for March 22nd of 2023. I'm up here on the Yuba River, and with the record snowfall and rainfall, I just had to check it out. I mean, there's usually a beach down there. So, yeah, it's all underwater. You may be feeling underwater too. Saturn in Pisces now. Well, that's going to be nothing because Mars is going into Cancer on Saturday, right? So we're going to have a lot of water. That's what the mantra's about today. Feeling the feelings of the water, baby. Oh my God, what else? The water bearer, Aquarius. The water bearer is welcoming Pluto. Pluto enters Aquarius tomorrow. Big changes, right? Pluto, Saturn, and Mars all changing signs, you know, within a couple of weeks. That's what I'm really going to be talking about today. And all of that along with the sun changing signs. New moon in Aries yesterday. So she's moving through Aries, you know, she's going to join together today, right now, with Jupiter and Chiron. And then she's going to move on into Taurus by Thursday, tomorrow. And then she's going to bump into Venus, the North Node, and Uranus, right? All on, you know, Friday. Going into Saturday, she'll go into Gemini. So, big stuff happening. Mercury also moving along through Aries is going to be coming into this conjunction with Chiron on Sunday. Mercury, Chiron in Aries. Mercury, Jupiter in Aries on Monday. You know, Jupiter and Chiron still traveling together for a while here. And then the moon on Tuesday moves into Cancer. Yeah. So, what I'm going to do is, I am going to try and get over to the other side of this bridge so that I can see what it's like upstream and talk at you, tell you about what all that implies for me, you, and Homo sapiens. Oh my God, the search for the perfect background. I've been climbing all over this frickin' place. I was down on those rocks. And it was just too loud. The rapids were overwhelming. So I had to jump up here and include a man-made structure in the Pele report. Oh my God. God forbid. Not man-made. We want natural here. It brings me to the Sabian symbol I wanted to read today for the first quarter square moon. And I know that this first quarter square moon is not until next Tuesday. And, you know, Mars doesn't go, you know, into Cancer until Saturday. So this is, you know, we're looking ahead. Okay, right now Mars is still in air, it's still in Gemini. Okay, you know, Pluto is moving into Aquarius tomorrow, but, you know, the moon is moving through. She's going to be a tiny little crescent in the night sky. You'll be able to see her she's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. The seed of that new moon is starting to send out little roots, break open, but hasn't really seen the light of day yet. We're still kind of, and what I want to be talking about today and what the mantra is about today is the underworld of feeling, water, and emotion. And this is big time. I consider Chiron a bit of a water planet. It's a mix of earth and water. It has to do so much with the soul. It's the co-ruler of the underworld. It is, you know, conjunct Jupiter. And, you know, that's very powerful, you know, and Mercury is going to be there. We got a Mercury Chiron Jupiter conjunction. Thinking about the deepest, or having our deepest soul experiences well up within us to maybe overwhelm our thoughts and our thinking. And I want to talk more about that. But first, I think I want to, you know, just start off with this Sabian symbol, because it sets the tone for what I feel is the best way to move through these times. And what I mean by these times is that these are times of great change, which signify great uncertainty. The future is uncertain. We are on a tipping point. We are on a precipice. It is even like the water bearer, you know, is pouring out this water. It's like going off a waterfall. It's like cliff diving. It's just like we are, you know, like the fool walking off the edge, you know, of the cliff. We are in this period of change. I mean, it's very amazing to have Pluto. It's been in Capricorn since 2008. Okay, we get used to having Pluto in Capricorn. Saturn has been in Aquarius since December of 2020. We get used to having Saturn in Aquarius, right? Mars has been in Gemini since last summer, or if you're down under, we should say last July, yeah? So we get used to things. They become known, they become familiar, we start relying on them, depending on them, expecting them, taking them for granted, just kind of like, okay, this is life, and then there's change, there's evolution, there's a shift, and this is where we are right now. And Mars is a fast shift, but to have Mars, Saturn, and Pluto all shifting within 3 weeks is enough to jolt anyone out of their bubble, out of their comfort zone, out of the known and familiar. These are what they call the three bad boys. Mars, Saturn, and Pluto. They're the bad boys. Whoosh! And then the moon comes around, right? You know, and the moon hits Mars. I mean, it goes into Cancer, right? On Tuesday. So it's going to be a Moon-Mars conjunction right at that 1st degree of Cancer. And then she's going to move on to the 8th degree of Cancer to square the Sun at the 8th degree of Aries. And I just find this such a beautiful, inspiring Sabian symbol that it's the one I chose for this week. It's the 8th degree, so it's the 9th degree because it's at 8 degrees 05 minutes or something. So the 9th degree of Cancer, the Sabian symbol is a small naked girl bends over a pond trying to catch a fish. The keynote is the first naive quest for knowledge and for an ever elusive understanding of life. The small naked girl symbolizes the innocent and spontaneous mind, as yet unclothed in cultural patterns and unrestrained by don'ts, trying to satisfy its curiosity about what seems mysterious and fleeting. In a sense, the pond is the infant's mind with a very limited scope of consciousness, yet eagerly reaching out to catch the swift and elusive first realizations of the meaning of life. So whenever a person is confronted with this symbol, he or she should realize that there is much value indeed in simply reaching out with a pure and unconditional mind to the most elementary experiences which natural life offers to us. The key word is purity in understanding. This is much like the much touted beginner's mind, really approaching life moment to moment, day by day, feeling by feeling, experience by experience, with a keen curiosity. A key word for Gemini, where Mars has been for some time. And this curiosity in Gemini, an air sign, is mental, and it is the mind, and it's curious and study and travel and books and school and blah 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 blah, and that's kind of been pretty, you know, Mars is a lot of mental energy going on for quite some time. Now it's diving into water. It's going to be there for over a month, okay, or around a month, and yeah, this is going to be not mind, but feeling. Stirred up feelings. Heated up feelings. Fearful needs for emotional security, for nurturing, for safety, where that innocent mind, that naked little girl can relax without being afraid, you know, of a bear or a tiger or, you know, something lurking in the bushes. You know, this Cancer, this lunar moon energy, you know, is very much about the need for safety. So there is a natural emotional fear. It's our inner child. And we fear being vulnerable. And yet, to really experience the fullness of life, we must be vulnerable. In order to love, we must open our hearts. In order to really communicate and really connect, we must open, you know, our minds and let people in, let the other in. It's like we let life in, the mystery of life. We let it affect us. You know, if you got a shield and a breastplate and a helmet and a sword, and you know you're crouched down and you're hidden and you're behind your crab shell and you're safe and you're protected, but how much are you learning? How much are you growing? How much are you absorbing? How much are you evolving? You know, so it's only as we leave ourselves vulnerable and open that we can be affected. You know, what people say or, you know, what people do, it can hurt us. We allow ourselves, you know, this place of being able to feel pain, the wound, the sorrow, the grief, the depression. You know, Saturn and Neptune, you know, ruled Pisces for the next 3 years. We'll be dealing a lot with letting go, despair, depression, suicidal thoughts, the desire to escape. It's the end of a dream. It's the end of a cycle. There's a lot of disillusionment, a lot of things dissolving around us. Saturn is structure and form, going into this formlessness of Pisces. It's the compost pile that just kind of shrinks and dissolves and goes away into humus. And then Pluto. Pluto coming along into Aquarius. I don't know if you read the new moon. I wrote a new moon, the lunar planner and it's on the blog on my website. I post it in different places. It's on my Telegram channel. But I quoted this verse from Rudolf Steiner about trusting that what comes to us out of the future is by divine design and by divine wisdom. And the trust allows us, trust in the process, trust in Great Spirit, trust in ourselves, trust in our souls that we are infinite spiritual beings and that we're going to get through this and we're going to make it to the dawn out of the darkness of night, and that we're going to emerge out of the underworld, because everything that goes down must come up, just like everything that goes up must come down, that everything is happening cyclically. So trust is so important. It is so powerful. And how do we build trust? We build trust through experience. I just trusted that the wind would not blow the camera over. I trusted wrong, man. Oh, God. Got blown away. Yeah, that happens too, man. Frickin' A. That's why there's reincarnation, because everything gets into being such a mess down here. Oh, God. But I was talking about Pluto going into Aquarius. Artificial intelligence, facial recognition, surveillance, digital currency, you name it. Drones and, drones dropping bombs, everybody in virtual reality glasses and, the metaverse and, buying online property and blah, 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 blah. The list goes on and on. Technology is just like really speeding things up, and we are going to evolve through technology. Pluto, the force of evolution, is moving into Aquarius for the next 20 years till 2044, okay? And it's the sign of science and technology. There are going to be advances, and we are not going to recognize, okay, what is, our planet, our reality is going to shift and be changing so fast. It's mind-boggling. So it's not going to slow down. We're not going back to normal. It's gone. It's history. We are moving forward at breakneck speed. And as I mentioned, a lot of this, artificial intelligence and everything going on is all about advancing the mind and the body. Yeah, so we'll be replacing organs and hearts and legs and livers and knees and eyes and whatever, and then we'll be transporting our thoughts and our memories, into algorithmic, design, and gaining this kind of immortality with the mind and the body. But we are humans. The human being is unique in that it loves and it cares and it has compassion and forgiveness and all the virtues that set humanity apart from other life forms. Rule in the middle realm of the heart. Leo rules the heart. It's opposite Aquarius. It's the shadow of the Aquarian age. Will be this creative joy. Leo and the sun in the 5th house is joy, gambling, romance, risk-taking, because I trust life. I trust I'm a part of life. I'm trusting that I'm in life. I'm da 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 da. So it comes back to this trust needed to balance out all that Aquarius, genius and, the genius and the individuality and the elite and the science and technology, they're very separating. It's very cold, heartless. You know, they even draw these aliens with these big heads and no, you know, like no chest, like no heart. They're skin and bones with this big head. So the water is the heart. Yeah, the water and the feeling. And even the fire is in the heart. Okay, this warm water. So here comes Mars into Cancer, you know, next week for some time, and this weekend, you know. And, you know, we'll feel these feelings. We want to swim in these feelings and allow these feelings to bubble up, to rise up, and not to distract ourselves or be workaholics or alcoholics or numb ourselves out or drugaholics, or, but you know, to really, if we're sad, if we need to cry, if we need to feel, if we need to, you know, just jump for joy, if we need to, you know, swing and shout and, you know, get mad or throw, or we want to, like, you know, encourage. Mars is going to stir up these feelings, and also memories, and also stuff with the family, and also stuff with our childhood conditioning, and with mom, or the lack of mom, or anger at, you know, mom, dad, the past, each other. We often end up marrying our caretakers, our childhood caretakers. We roll them all into a big ball, and then that's what we're attracted to in adult life. Anyway, yeah. The idea is that these things are fleeting, and they are changing, and feelings need to be felt. They don't need to be held on to be made real, to be magnified, to be blown out of proportion. It's like, you know what? Just like this river. They flow, they move, they come up, and then they go. So we want to swim in these waters of feeling that make us human, that bring in a sensation and a beauty of life, and a subtle appreciation and wonder and awe, you know, of the little girl, you know, like we are, you know, this innocence. We're always learning, and we're learning about ourselves. Our emotions teach us and tell us who we are. We're not who we think we are. We are our feelings. And the movement is from where I am in my world of feeling to the ideal person, the best version of myself that I envision. So we need to go back, okay, to our roots. Cancer is the bottom of the chart, the fourth house. Water seeking the lowest level. It is our deepest roots. We need to go back to our feeling, our gut, our root chakra, and emerge towards our future from there, out of there. And if we don't really go all the way down, we won't go all the way up. So the mantra for today, for this week, really, especially, you know, because like I say, it's coming. It's not right now on Wednesday. But diving down from cosmic realms. Crown chakra, third eye, celestial world, cosmic realms, into the waters below. I swim through the fear and chaos there. then surface. Get out and go. The idea is not to drown ourselves. If we're feeling sad, down, depressed, lonely, miserable, fearful, whatever, feel it. Don't feed it. And frickin' surface and get out of it. Now, I was going to say, you know, I feel through the fear and chaos there. So you can use either feel or swim. You know, feel is that I really, you know, I feel the fear and chaos there. Then surface. Some of you may prefer not to feel it, but to just swim through it. That's the fire and air signs. Myself included. So I'm putting swim. I'm going to make it swim. Swim through it. But no, it's good to like swim through it is a metaphor for feeling it. But emotion, you know, is energy in motion. So swimming through it is that, you know, you can feel these feelings, but, you know, you're more than these feelings and you move beyond those feelings. You don't let the feelings determine you, right? So much as you experience them, learn from them, and let them go, and you remain. Right? The soul. Soul is more than feeling. Yeah. It's a combo. Spirit, feeling, energy, consciousness. Whatever. Diving down from cosmic realms into the waters below. I swim through the fear and chaos there, then surface, get out and go. May you surface and, no, may you dive down, maybe go all the way down to the bottom, blah, 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 blah. Sink all the way down and then come back up, get out and go. This is the first quarter, right? That moon is moving away from the sun. It's time to start, begin, and move on, baby. Namaste, aloha, so much love.